Follow the channel and stay tuned for learning videos.
Just listen the word. Like once the testing everything is done, we will deploy the app into production, right?
Yes. So basically, in the IT scenario, developer will be developer the changes, the website or application, whatever. Okay. So there will be a business team who will validate the changes, like whether screen is showing properly, whether business rule is applying properly. Every business scenario they will test. Okay. Then the actual users, though they will be using in the production environment. Okay. So for any typical IT, we will be having three environments at least: dev environment, test or UAT environment, production environment. So in the dev environment, they will be developing the changes. They will be making the changes. Developer will be do the changes. Once the changes are ready, they will move it to the test or UAT environment, where in the UAT, the business users they will do the user acceptance test UAT. So if everything is good, they will deploy your changes to production. So this is a general life cycle we will follow. Okay. Today we will be applying that cycle to CRM, how we will do everything. Okay. So let's assume LUT demo is my dev environment, LUT test is my test environment, LUT prod is my prod environment. Okay. So here, so we just created multiple apps, right? Let's pick any one app. So 𝐶𝐶𝐞 business application we have created, right? Bank application. Let's take this is our application we developed in the dev environment. Now I want to move this app to the next environments. Okay. If you open this test environment, do you see it won't the app won't be there because I didn't did any deployment or anything. Okay. See, do you have that app? No. If we click on production also, we won't have that app. So let's assume LU to demo is our dev environment, test is test. So we need to deploy our apps to these two environments today. Okay, that is our goal. So first thing, to deploy our changes to say one CRM organization to another CRM organization, we can do two approaches. One is manual deployment. So where we will do the manual activity, everything, exporting, importing, deployment, everything. The other one is pipeline. Pipelines means in the Azure DevOps, we will be using the pipelines. So we will be doing that one. Okay. So in the manual deployment also, there are two types: managed solution, unmanaged solution. So what do you know by solution so far?
Export the data from one solution to one environment to other.
No, no. What do you mean solution? I'm asking. What do you mean by solution?
Solution is to like customization, right?
Grouping the components.
Okay.
Solution is so custom. We will do the customizations. Basically, in the solution, you could see all changes, right? Okay.
Okay.
So in this, you can add all your component. You can make your changes. Everything you can have at one place. Okay. Now I want to move this SNAQ bank application up. So what should I add? So to add this in SNAQ app, I should add my app, right? So go to here, app, model driven app. look for your app. So in the solutions, we have two concepts. One is managed and managed. We will tell what is what. Now, if you see, you added your app. This is your SNQ application app. So whenever you added it, so in this one, you will have the everything. You have the forms, you have the loan details, you have the bank applications. Okay. So, but if you see, whenever you added a model-driven app, you don't have the tables here. You just add the model-driven app. So to move your changes to the other environment, you should add the tables as well, right? Because in this app, it is using tables, loan details tables and bank application details tables. So to add the related dependent component, we will be using this advanced options, add required objects. Means for whatever bank application app using the entities or using the other things, everything it will add whenever you click on this. This will add the all required objects of the selected object into solution. This may not to detect it. Okay. Now if you see, once I clicked it, what it done, it has added the tables. It is added the sitemap too. Okay. Now what you can do, you are done with solution creation. So you now you have to move these changes to the this environment, test environment first. Okay. Then we will move to the production environment. So what you will do whenever you create a solution, you have to add your required components. It could be a sitemap, it could be a table, everything. So once you have added that, you should publish the solution. So to as we are doing the manual deployment, we have to export it. So let's see how to export. Okay, let it done. Now you are exported. So to move my solution to a different environment, here you need to select this checkbox, export solution. So what will happen if you made the changes to the solution that would like to export published new? Click on start. Now it will ask for what is the version number, everything. So these are the dependent table. So I'm asking to add it. Click on next. Now if you see, while exporting, you have two options. One is managed, the other one is unmanaged. The solution is moving to test or production environment. The solution is moving to another dev environment. So let's assume our test is also another dev environment. So I will be selecting unmanaged. Now if you see, you have this 4 digits of version number. Okay. Basically, this 4 digits indicates major release, minor release, bug like that. Okay. Major release, minor release, build number, revision. So we will learn all about that one. Now this is my first time deployment, right? So I'm keeping 1.0.01. Select man unmanaged, export it. Now once you select this one, it will export. It will ask for to. It will ask you to download. Once it's currently exporting, right? Once it's ready, it will ask us to download it. You see, it will take some time. Now it is download. So we need to download. Whenever you download a CRM solution, exported and downloaded, you will get a zip file. In the zip file, you will have the components basically. What is there? What is the what you have added? Okay. You have tables, everything. Now everything will be added. Now what I want to do, I want to deploy it to the test environment. So for the this also to deploy it, I have to go to maker portal for this environment LUT test. From the PowerPoint environment settings, I will be clicking solutions. So it will be opening in the maker portal and it will be belonging to the test environment. Now I have selected unmanaged solution, right? There I have exported it. Here I need to import it. Okay. If you import it, it will ask for the selected file to import. You can choose your local installed one, downloaded one. Okay. Open it. Click on next. The solution exported from portfolio, which was some components be missing. Okay. Enable. So currently importing. So what we did, we just doing everything we are doing manually. So this is when they ask how we are doing deployments. If we want to say manual deployment like this, we will export it in one environment. We will import to the another environment. So exported it means you will be creating a solution. You will be adding your components. You will be downloading the zip file. Importing means you will be installing that downloaded zip file into target environment. That is importing. Okay. So once it is installed, again we have to do the publish all customization to reflect our changes. So far, if you see, do you see bank application app here? You don't, right? Because you don't have that bank application. Now what you are doing, you are importing that solution which has that bank application. Now after installation, importing, you would see this bank application in this environment. LU to test. Okay. Get it. So it will take 1 or 2 minutes usually, based upon the components we have it. If you have a single table, it will take easily. If you have multiple table and app, it will take some time. Any questions so far, Sanjay?
No worries. But in one environment itself, we can see the solutions, right? We are creating different solution or what?
One environment also?
From like LUT demo, from LUT demo environment, we can see the tab, right? Like test. Oh, different environments. Huh?
This is the demo. So this
Okay.
is a test. First
Okay.
deployment imported successfully. So once you imported, you have to do publish customizations. If you do this
Okay.
refresh now, this is a different environment. LUT
This
test.
is good. Okay.
Now if you do refresh here, you should see the new app because you just installed it, right? I'm doing empty cache. Yeah, refresh. Now if you see, earlier we have 4 apps only, now we have 5. SNAQ application. You have the same application, same layout, everything you have similar to the demo. Okay. But if you see, you might have the records here. In this test environment, did you get the records? You have 3 records here. So you deployed a bank application up to here. Did you get the records? No. So what does that mean? With solution, we will deploy the only the customizations, not the records. Because in the actual records will be differ for each environment, right? In the production environment, we will be having the actual users. In the dev environment, we will be having the lot of test records. So whenever you move your customizations, right, that time it will take the only the customizations related to CRM, the sitemap changes, table properties. It won't move the data. Okay, that point you have to understand. So everything whatever you it is having here, same thing it will be having here as well. Okay, now this is the one of the way doing unmanaged solution. So in this managed solution, unmanaged solution, we will have the patch concept as well. Leave it. So now you deployed a full round of testing. So you found one issue, like you have to have one more sitemap here. Customer asked the UAT team validated and they came back like they need one more section in this sitemap. So you want to make that right. So instead of having full deployment again, you will be creating a sub component for this solution, that is clone a patch. Okay, first deployment you can have like sitemap changes. Now if you see earlier, whenever you created solution, you are able to select 1.0.0 that one. Now if you see here we have the you are able to edit last 2 digit only. So for the patch solution, you are able to edit these 2 numbers. Okay, you can have whatever you want. Now for this in this environment, I need to develop, right? So I am opening demo only. So in the sitemap changes, I will be adding the existing sitemap. I will make the changes to reflect it. Okay. So what is my app? SNAQ Bank. So what I want to have extra sitemap area. Okay. So click on this. It will open the designer, sitemap designer. I am creating the new area that is like platform admin. Okay. Here you are creating like setup. I'm just creating dummy URL. Okay. So now I just created a new area and I did it in the demo environment. So once you have done this one, so the feedback or the request, whatever you got, you did it in the dev environment. Now you have to move this dev environment changes to the again to the test environment, right? So how do you move again solution? So earlier we used unmanaged solution to deploy every changes. Now you made small change. That small change also you have to deploy, right? So for that purpose, what we are doing, we are creating the patch. Okay. Let me publish the changes. Publish all customizations. No, I'm just refreshing now. This is my app, right? The changes are not reflecting. 𝐶𝐸 bank application app. 𝐶𝐸 bank application app. Right, maybe you have added publish. Let me do all global publish. Publish all customizations. We'll do a hard refresh now. Not yet reflected.
Maybe in sitemap we haven't published or
No, that's why I'm doing a global publish. Publish all customers are successful. I'm just refreshing it. Sometimes the cache won't be cleared. That could be the reason. Just refreshing. Go back to my app. 𝐶𝐶𝐚𝐭 back application app. Wouldn't get the changes. Let me try it. Let me see the changes in other environment, other solution. Here also I should have sitemap, right? Now if you see, as we created the patch, you can't directly edit the objects within a parent solution. So what does that mean? Whenever you create a patch solution, if you see the display name, you can give anything. But if you see the schema name for the solution, this is the solution. For the patch one, it is created. So the first one will become as a parent. So you can't make directly change the changes here. So once you created a patch for it, so whoever want to work on, they have to work on with the patch solution only. They can just see the components here. They can't do anything. Okay. Now I want to do. I will just try to import in the target name. Let's see what will happen. So I'm just downloading it. Export solution. Click on next. The version number I will be keeping as is. Missing required. Now if you see, now it is asking loan details, bank application are missing. But these details we already installed to the target, right? Bank application loan details. So whenever you are importing the patch, the components what are there in the target already, you shouldn't include them. You can skip the step. Understanding? Now this is manage. Earlier we import unmanaged because now also we should import unmanaged. Version number you can keep 1010 or you can just increase one number. That is your wish. Export. Now if you see again it will export the zip file. You have to download it. You have to input it to the target. Let's wait until it's ready. This is ready, so I'm downloading it. Now zip file is ready. Download it to my local. Now I want to import the target, right? So you will come here. You will deploy it. So like this, you will be adding the changes, small changes. Instead of if we have 100 components, if you want to again add 100 components, that won't work good, right? So you will add whatever the component you modified and you will import as a patch. So like this we will be doing. Now the thing is here in this environment they are doing the deployment, they are validating the changes, everything they are done. So once they give sign off, so what once they give sign off for the production release, what we will be do from this test environment, we have to take the changes and we have to import to the our production environment. Okay. So for deploying to the production environment, we will be following the managed solution approach. Okay. Now let's see that. Sitemap changes are imported successfully. I'm just publishing all customizations. I'm not sure whether my changes will be reflecting here or not, but this is we will just publish and try because it's not showing in the dev itself, right? Let's see, is it showing now? Sitemap not loaded it. No, also it's not loaded. That's fine. We can continue. This is done. Now I will play my app. From here also you can play apps. Look for your apps. 𝐶𝐶𝐚𝐭 bank application. If you click on play, it will open the environment. No application, you didn't get the sitemap. Something dependent component we made missing. Now that's okay. Now we are done with validation. Business gives enough. Now I want to move this to another environment, right? So what we will do in the solution, you may have one parent solution, multiple patches, right? While deploying to the production environment, you have to club all those, right? For that purpose, we will be using the clone to clone solution. So right now, if you see, you have one deployment and you have first deployment patch. So to move it to the next environment, we will combine with the clone solution concept. So if you do clone solution, creating a new version of the selected manager. Earlier, we are able to edit the last two digits for the patch. Now for the deployment, for the cloning solution, rollup solution, we are using the first two digits. So like this is the major minor versions. Those are the like minor patch versions. Okay. Now I'm just doing the rollup. We will clone to solution. We'll all call the rollup. I'm doing the rollup. So what will happen when you do rollup? The small solution, whatever you have, that will be merged here. Okay. Now if you see the components again, everything will be combined. If you create a new field also, that new field also come to this field, this solution. Okay. Now I will check my solution sitemap once. It's there, admin, it's there. Sub area also is there. Now what I will do, I want to deploy these changes, whatever the business gives sign off, right? So now this time, as I want to deploy to production, I will export it as a managed solution instead of unmanaged. Earlier we just exported managed, right? Now we will be exporting managed, like this managed recommend. The solution is moving to test our production and we are reaching to production. So I am keeping the version export. So now also it will create the same zip file, but the component will be managed. I will tell what is mean by managed, what is the difference between. Now if you see in this environment, if you are able to edit it, right, you are able to open the table. If you want to change anything, loan details, if you want to change any property, you can make changes. So like this, if you import a unmanaged solution in the target environment, you can make the changes. But if you import the managed solution in the once you install to the target, you can't make the changes. That is the difference between managed and unmanaged. Okay. So I'm just going to PowerPoint environment settings, going to solutions. Now I want to import the, now we see the, now here, first deployment underscore version number managed. Earlier we don't have managed, right? First deployment directly zip. For the managed, we will have like this kind of suffix. So this is my production. Now here I want to deploy it. Import solution, browse, managed. So once imported, the same app it will available in this LUT Cloud as well. The difference between managed and unmanaged I will show. So here you are able to make the changes to the properties, right? You could change a display name, plural name, or if you want to create a new column for the existing table, you can make it. But once you for this managed solution concept in the target environment, you can't make any changes. Why? Because so everyone want production, they don't want to touch anyone by anyone else. Whatever the change they are making, that has to be known by everyone. Like that, they want to follow. That's why they want to do this managed solution approach. So if you do managed solution, the changes will be the you have to import it from the solution only. You can't make manually. So once you make the solutions, install a solution, all solutions will appear here, right? Whether it is managed or unmanaged. So like that, they will be identifying who, when is the deployment happen, who changed it, everything. Okay, now let's see. Currently it is importing. Let's import it. If you want to do refresh, you can do refresh. This banner won't go. That will be constant. So even after refreshing also this will be go. This will be there. So you don't need to worry. Okay, now let it done. Any questions so far? What do you mean by manage? What do you mean by unmanaged? What do you mean by clone a patch? What do you mean by clone a solution?
No, it's clear.
So these are important for whenever you say you are work for the project, then they will ask how did you do the deployments? Then they will ask is it manual or CSED? If you say manual, then they will ask is it managed or unmanaged? Then they will ask they might give a scenario. This initially I deployed these changes. Now I want to add some changes. So these are the components what you will do. Like that they will give the scenario. We should in a position to explain them. So I will give access to this environments as well. So whatever you do, try to move those changes to this two environments. Then you will understand more the real time. Now if you see in the unmanaged it's not there because it's a managed. The managed it's there. If you click on here, if you see you can't directly edit the objects within the managed solution. If the managed solution property was selected allowed to customers, you can add you can edit them for the another unmanaged solution. Now if you see earlier here what I was able to change the loan details properties, right? I was able to edit it. Now let's try the same loan details properties. Do you able to edit it? So this is the difference between managed solution and unmanaged solution. So you will restrict the manual changes in the production environment because production is means sensitive, right? So you don't want to make anyone changes by anyone by mistake as well. So to restrict, to avoid the changes, we will be using this concept, managed solution concept. So if you use managed solution, if you deploy to the target environment, in the target environment you can't make changes manually. Okay, any questions?
No,
Okay,
read.
now I will try to open this app in this LUT production. Now I have 4 apps only. I have to do a refresh. Open it. SN application scheme. Now if you see here also the same sitemap you get in bank application. If you open the form also it will be same. So with the solution you will able to move the skeleton, the CRM customizations. You can't move the data. So that is so like this we will be moving the solution from one environment to another environment. So here we will have one more concept while working with the managed solutions. If you see, so you already deployed to target. So suppose you found some mistake, you have to correct that one, or you added some new field. Now if you see earlier we moved from LU to demo to LU to test with unmanaged patch, right? Now we will try to do the managed patch. Okay. So I'm just creating a one more patch for here. clone a patch. So like new field addition. Let's create like this. So let's assume we are creating a new field for the bank application table in the basic info. Like need internet banking like that something. Okay. Now where is my this one new field addition? So here I want to create a new component field, right? So for that one, first you have to add the table. You don't need all components, so include all objects, uncheck it. Edit objects. You don't have to. You have to create a new field. Means no need to select anything. Now here, then add a new column, right? So go to columns, add a new column. Need internet banking. So for this one, we will have yes or no only, right? So we should select the choice yes or no. Default will be no, like that. Let's select it. Now I want to add this change to the form. So I want to keep it under more info or somewhere. Let's keep it under more info or basic info, whatever that everything is. Okay. Now for adding form, I should add the, I'm not creating a new form, right? I should add an existing form only. Add existing form. So these are the forms. Main form I will be using, right? Add main form. Now I'm adding it in the basic info under mobile number, adding the need internet banking. Save and publish. So you created a new column, you changed something in the form design. So you have to move these two components to the production with managed patch. Okay. Now you are done with changes, created patch solution for it. Now you want to deploy, right? So here again, export solution. Next. So in the target we have managed. So we should select the managed only here type skip state because these are already there. Suppose if you select unmanaged input, it will fail anyway. You can try that. As target has the managed base solution, you should import the managed patch only. So what you want to do now with this while importing it, you want to deploy it, right? This is also similar to a normal deployment only, but I will tell the other components what we have. So once it is downloaded, we will be importing here. It's download. Go to here, import, select file, patch. So there is no difference deploying a managed patch between deploying a managed base solution. So the next difference we need to understand is so this is small addition kind of thing. So whenever you want to do addition, you can create the patch solution. You can import to the target with the same. But if you want to delete a component from a production environment which is already deployed, so that time we have to use the upgrade concept in the managed solutions. So the one advantage with managed solution is like no one can edit changes manually. If you want to delete any component, you have to use the upgrade concept. So if you deploy with manual solution only, you have to delete with manual only. You can't do it with pipeline. Okay, now let it.
So we made changes, right? Like we added one columns.
Yes,
So
that is a kind of
we
addition, creating a new field, deleting a column, deletion, right? That thing we need to
that's
upgrade.
okay, but we have created patch, right? So no
Yes,
need to clone.
you did clone now. New field addition, you did it with clone only, right? No need to clone. Clone a
Okay.
solution, right? You're asking about.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Clone, you can clone a solution and deploy it, or you can deploy this patch event. That's what I want to say.
Okay. Oh, separate also we can do it.
Separate patch solution also you can import.
Okay.
Once it is done, we will publish the customizations and we will see. Okay, now publish all customizations, refresh the production environment. Go to basic. You haven't get the changes. Refresh, hot refresh. Now you see need internet bank also came. So this is how you can install managed patch as well. Now I want to delete one field, suppose nominee I want to delete, or married some other field I want to delete. Let's delete email something on simple field only, email address or mobile number. I think that doesn't have any dependency. So when you want to delete a component and deploy to target, from the target it has to deploy, right? So first thing what you have to make to deploy it, you have to clone it, so it will club whatever the patch it has, everything in the test environment. Now this will be combined, version increased to 1.2. Earlier it was 1.1. Now I want to delete the, what is the table? Bank application. I want to delete the mobile number, let's assume. So click on remove, delete from this environment. So when you say delete, it will ask, it will look for the dependencies where it is referencing. So this is referring is, it is there in the form, right? So first you have to remove it from the form to delete it. It is there in the business rule. So first you have to remove the business rule as well. Like that, you need to remove the dependencies component. Okay. Let me try for email address. Do you have any business rule for this one? So here also, 1 second, delete. Only form or business rule. For this also we have business rule and form. So let's delete address. This is, I don't think this has dependency with anything. So you can, if you want to delete the component, you have to remove the dependency. So I deleted address. So if you see in this environment, first deployment, earlier we used to have address component under tables. So after my deployment, what I want, I don't want this address to be available. So that is my target. So you are done with test. Now export it as managed export solution. Click on next. Managed. So again, a new zip file will become. So the next time, whatever you are doing, this time you have to observe how we are doing. Okay, this is little important. Download it. Now import to the target. So now here you have also one clone and one patch. First, let's try what it will say. Unit one. Second version I am installing managed base solution. Is currently importing. Mhm. Let it done. So if you done with it, ideally it has to delete the component, but let's observe whether it is deleting the component or not. Mhm. You can do a refresh, that amount matters. Mhm. Let it complete. This is taking a while. Importing managed. First deployment is there. This is imported successful. Now if you see, when you do managed solution import, everything is clubbed. So earlier you have patch, earlier you have 1.1 version, and you have. So when you do the second time managed solution import, it is clubbing the everything. Okay. Now if you see the component LUT address, is it there or not? First thing we want to know that, right? It gone, right? LUT address, is it there? Earlier we used to have LUT address, right? As the first column. So this is the way we will be using managed solution for deploying the delete the any components with deployment. Okay. So we will have, actually we will get the one more concept as well as upgrade, update, stage for update. I will show that as well quickly. I will just clone the sections. I'm just increase the number only. Didn't do anything. Click on next, managed 1.3.01. Now I will download and I will try to import again. Now we have 1.2.0 here. Now I just want to import 1.3. So whenever installing a higher version, you will get a options. What are the options? We will see. 1.301. Upgrade your solution to the latest version. Any objects not present in the new solution will be deleted. Stage for upgrade would select a higher version, but that differs with deletion of previous version and later patches until you apply upgrade later. Replace. So this concept is important. So when you want to delete any product, any component which is there in the production environment with your release, you have to delete that component in the base source first. Then you have to import as an import with upgrade managed. Then it will delete it. So stage for upgrade, if you want to do the deployment, you want to make delete later. So we will be using stage for upgrade. Update is just a replace. It won't delete. It will add additions only. It won't delete any components. Okay. So by default, it will be upgrade only. That's why for the earlier time, when you do deployed, it delete the component. Suppose if you want to don't delete the component, you have to choose update. Getting? This is how it works. So I will give access to these two environments as well, LUT prod and LUT test. Please take any component which you created in this demo environment, try to move that. Either it could be app, it could be table, it could be a column, anything you can try. Okay. So this is about whatever we are doing managed only so far. Unmanaged solution, managed solutions. This is we will know known as a managed deployments. Tomorrow we will see about pipeline deployments for the CRM component. So now you have done the manual activity, right? Tomorrow we will do the same with pipelines. Okay.